Life is difficult. You can count on that. It will test you. It will knock you down when you least expect it. At some point, you will face challenges that seem insurmountable, overwhelming, and impossible. It's part of the human experience. We all go through it. And it is through these challenges, these tough moments, that our true strength is forged. It's easy to get lost in the middle of it all. When life is hard, it's easy to feel like you've been abandoned, like you're carrying a burden no one else understands, and in those moments it feels like there's no way out. But let me tell you something. Hardship is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one where you discover how truly powerful you are. We all want life to be smooth, don't we? We all wish for the days when things just click, when everything falls into place, when the universe feels aligned. But the reality is, life is not about finding a path with no bumps. It's about learning to navigate the bumps, learning how to keep going even when the road gets rough. Because the bumps aren't there to stop you. They're there to shape you, I'll be honest. There were times when I faced obstacles that seemed bigger than I could handle. Times when I felt like I was walking through quicksand, sinking deeper with every step. There were moments when I questioned whether I was strong enough, whether I was capable of getting through it. But what I learned in those moments is what I want to share with you today. You are far stronger than you think. We all have that inner voice, the one that whispers when things get tough, telling us to give up. It convinces us that it's easier to quit than to keep fighting. It convinces us that we're not enough. But here's the truth. That voice is wrong. Every single time. Because the obstacles you face are not there to break you. They're there to build you up. Think about the toughest thing you've ever faced. The thing that, in the moment, felt like it was going to destroy you. Maybe it was a loss. Maybe it was a failure. Maybe it was a personal struggle that left you feeling like you couldn't move forward. I know I've been there. We all have. And when you're in the middle of it, it's easy to feel like there's no way out. But here's something I learned. Every struggle, every setback, every hardship holds a lesson. Every difficulty is an opportunity for you to grow. I know it sounds cliché, but it's true. When we go through the hardest times, we discover our own resilience. We discover what we're truly made of. There's something powerful about pushing through hardship. You see, when you're standing at the edge of something difficult, there's a choice. You can either step back, give up, and walk away. Or you can lean in. You can face it head on, no matter how hard it seems. And let me tell you something. When you choose to face the struggle, when you choose to keep going even when every part of you wants to quit, that's when you become unstoppable. What happens when we face difficulty is this. We start to unlock parts of ourselves we never knew existed. You discover the depth of your strength. You realize that you're capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. Every challenge you overcome adds a layer of strength to your character. Every time you face a difficult situation and come out the other side, you build resilience, you build confidence, and you build wisdom. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that you won't feel overwhelmed, that you won't have moments where you feel like throwing in the towel. I won't lie to you. Difficulty will test you. It will push you to your limits. But that's exactly why you need to face it. Because when you do, you'll realize something important. Your limits were never as tight as you thought. Think back to a time when you faced something hard, something that made you feel like you couldn't handle it. Maybe it was an emotional challenge. Maybe it was a financial struggle. Maybe it was a health issue. Whatever it was, you probably thought that it was the hardest thing you'd ever have to go through. And yet, here you are, reading this, listening to this message, still moving forward. Do you know why? Because you made it through. You kept going. You didn't give up. And that's the thing we often forget. When we're in the middle of a tough situation, it's easy to forget that we've already been through tough things before and came out on the other side stronger. Every challenge you've ever faced is proof that you can handle whatever comes your way next. We're all human. We all struggle. We all feel defeated at times. But the thing that separates those who thrive from those who give up is not how much they struggle. but how they handle that struggle. The winners, the ones who succeed, are the ones who refuse to back down. They keep moving forward, step by step, even when it feels impossible. And here's the kicker: you don't have to go through it alone. One of the best things you can do when you face difficulty is ask for help. It's okay to lean on others. It's okay to seek support when you need it. We weren't meant to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders by ourselves. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends, to family, to mentors, to anyone who will support you. There is strength in vulnerability. There is strength in allowing others to help you when you need it. In fact, I think one of the most powerful things you can do when you're struggling is to be honest about what you're going through. We're often afraid to show our weaknesses. We're afraid of being judged or seen as less than strong. But in reality, showing your vulnerability is an act of courage. It's a reminder that you're human, and so is everyone else. And when you allow yourself to be real with the people around you, you invite connection, support, and understanding into your life. And that is a powerful tool in your arsenal when things get tough. Now, while you're walking through the difficulties of life, it's important to remember this. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to feel lost sometimes. You don't have to have everything figured out. In fact, it's in the not knowing that we learn. It's when we feel uncertain that we have the chance to grow, to evolve, and to find new ways of solving problems. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. You're going to make it through. You're going to get through this, just like you've gotten through everything else. You are more resilient than you know, and every single step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. It's a step toward a stronger, more capable version of yourself. When we look at people who seem to have it all together, we often think they don't struggle the way we do. We think their path is smooth and free of obstacles, but that's an illusion. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding difficulty. They got there by facing it head on. They got there by pushing through the tough times, refusing to let hardship define them. They got there by using the struggles as fuel for their success. And you can do the same. The difficulties you face today will become the fuel for your success. Tomorrow, you will learn from them. You will grow because of them. You will build a future that is stronger than you ever thought possible because you handled the tough times with grace, perseverance, and unwavering determination. So, when life gets difficult, and it will, remember this: you are not alone. You are capable of overcoming anything. You have the strength, the resilience, and the wisdom to face whatever comes your way. This is just one chapter of your journey. It's not the end. And when you look back on it, you'll realize that this difficulty, this moment of struggle, was actually the key to unlocking a stronger, better version of yourself. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. You've got this.
Don't forget to subscribe for daily motivational content.